Greetings! Yes, my name is Joe Diaper, and let's not talk about AFC Bournemouth. Let's just leave it. Welcome to another episode of A Quart of Ale, where I'm going to look for the best beer in the whole world by rating another beer out of 10 in 7 different categories. Looking to find the best beer in the whole world. And those categories are the can or bottle appearance, the drink's in glass appearance, how the drink smells, the all-important first sip, its effort to drink, its gassiness, and the after drink feeling. Lovely. Yes, so it's still really hot here. Again, it's like 30 degrees outside. Man, it's warm. Let's not complain. We should be happy, but it's too darn hot for me. So I'm ready for a beer. I'm ready for a nice crisp beer, a nice cold beer, a nice refreshing beer. More importantly, I'm ready for a really good beer. So what beer are we drinking today? Beer is called 15 Sour. According to the website, celebrating that Doug's in the year 2020 is turning 15 years old, we've brewed 3 special beers. This is 15 Sour, a sour beer with 15 different fruits. We put pineapples, oranges, blueberries, lemons, elderberries, raspberries, strawberries, cherries, mandarins, mangoes, passion fruits, peaches, plums, pears, and apples in there. One for each year we've existed as a brewery. Fruit punch. As it is a special beer, it is a one-time brew. Its ABV is 5%, and I'm drinking it in a 330 milliliter bottle. There is no IBU. It is brewed by Doug's Brewery, and they're based in Landvetter, Sweden. Skål to you guys! Its listed ingredients are barley malt, as well as all the other fruits it lists in its description. So it's going well so far. The bottle really cool, the yellow, the pink really nice there. Stands out, brilliant, very well done. How does it look in the glass? Now, as I say, I've never had a sour before. I've no idea what it's going to look like or what it's going to smell like. I guess it's going to smell quite sour, maybe. But in the glass, I don't know. I have no idea. So let's crack it open. Let's have a look and see what I think. That's all we can do. Always on the floor. Here we go. Oh my God. That smells amazing. We'll talk about the smell in a minute, but woof, blimey. And look at the in glass. Lovely crisp pour. Very crisp pour. Lovely sounding. Look at him. What is going on? So, the smell I'll talk about in a minute, but by golly, it's something else. At the in glass, look at that. That is red as red can be. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that in the glass. You thought the bottle looked cool. You thought the bottle was colourful. They've done really well there. Look at this beauty. My word. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed by this. As a sour, it looks great. It's a lovely colour. It's so interesting. And the smell makes it, well, I say the smell we'll talk about in a second, but you can't ignore it. You really can't. So I'm going to go with a in-glass appearance of, this looks amazing, 10 out of 10. It looks great. What I expected it to be was just an IPA looking thing. This looks incredible. They said fruit punch, and they meant it. They really did. It looks like a fruit punch. Brilliant, 10 out of 10. So I've already mentioned the smell a couple of times. My goodness, is it strong, and it smells beautiful. It smells like my childhood for some reason. In a minute when I give it a bigger whiff, I'll be able to tell you why, but it smells like sweets. That's what the smell I'm getting. It smells like sweets. So let's give it a proper smell and see if I can define exactly what characteristics it has. Okay, that's weird. Okay, that's strange. So, the smell I get when I pour it, and the waft from there, and when I was sitting down, the smell I got was like a smell of sweets, so like refreshers, if anybody remembers what refreshers are. It smelled like that. Really, really good. Really great. In glass, if you get close to it, doesn't smell that good, to be honest. You can smell there's a lot of mixed match of different fruits in there. I don't know if you mixed up loads of different fruits before, but on their own, fruits smell beautiful. They have a very unique smell. But when you mush them all up together, the smell it's not quite right. There's no exact smell to it. It's just a mishmash of all the smells, which make it not a great smell. And it does smell quite sour. With sour things, they have a certain smell about them. And this one does. It does. So, I've got to look at this in two ways then. Because it is smell, and when I first poured it, it smelled $1 million. I get close to it, raise it to my mouth and drink it, doesn't smell so good. So, it's going to be some from column A, some from column B. When I poured it, smelled great. Close up, just a lot going on, and it doesn't quite work as a smell. So, I'm going to go with a 7, I think. It doesn't smell as good as it looks close up. Back it does, close up, when you putting it to your mouth, there is a weird smell there. 7 out of 10. It's time to break my sour virginity. Oh yes, I'm excited. I think it looks super cool. It smells weird because here it smells amazing. Here it doesn't. It smells, you can really smell the elderberry and the blueberry and that kind of, maybe those are the smells of fruit that kind of really take over and empower the nicer smelling ones. But that's what I'm getting. It doesn't smell great. It smells sour. But open mind, a sour beer, first ever one. Remember the stout? That was incredible. Let's have our first sip and see what it tastes like. Cheers to everybody, and cheers to everybody who is making the most of summer. I hope you're having a great one, and things that are happening aren't holding you back from doing what you want to enjoy. So cheers, guys. First sip. There is a lot going on in my mouth. Let's break it down. So, fruit punch, yes. Definitely a fruit punch taste. But, it's a fruit punch taste if you put a little bit too much vodka in it. So, It's got a fruitiness to it, but it is sour. It is sour. But it's not eye-wateringly sour. It's just got a little kick to it. It's got a kick of sourness with the fruitiness. Was it what I expected? Probably a bit better, I think. When you say sour, it could be from one end of the scale to the other. It could be like a beer that tastes a little bit sour, or it could be up here and oh my god, my mouth wants to implode, sour. This one, somewhere in the middle. It's nice. Obviously it's my first ever sip of a sour, so I didn't know what to expect. And it did hit me like a wave. There's a lot going on there. Did I like it? I think I did. I think it's refreshing. It's a very different taste. It's a very specialist taste. It's not the kind of drink you drink all night because your mouth will just feel really dry, I think, after a few of these. But as a one and done, it could be amazing. So, give it a rating. First sip of my first sour was interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's go with, I'm not sure if I completely liked it. It's a tough one because I've nothing to compare it to. I've no other sour to compare it to. So, I'm going to go with a between two. I'm going to go weird and let's go 7.25 because I can't make up my mind. Cool, so my first sip of a sour was interesting. It was alright. I'm not sure if I liked it. There's a lot of flavours going on this. You have the sour flavours, you have the fruitiness, you have that mix of a fruit punch of all the fruits hitting your tongue at once, which is nice. Was it great? No. Will it get better? Hopefully. Let's go second sip and see if I can bring it out a little bit more and detail it a little bit more specific now that I know what to expect. Second sip, worse, to be honest. That sourness is really strong. Obviously the sour beer, that's what it does. This is my show and whether I like it or not. So if you're a big sour fan, fair play to you. For me, I don't think it's my tipple. I'm not sure at the moment. Very lemony, very citrusy, very sour, makes the mouth dry out very quickly. Let's finish it off and see how I feel. It's a very quiet taste. It really is. It got a lot better as it went on. Once you get used to the sourness, and the hit of that, and the hit of the citrus, your taste buds wake up a bit and they do detect the other fruits going on there. And it does turn into a really refreshing fruit punch. It's a bit sour. Doesn't taste anything like a beer. This is not a beer in any sense or term of the word. Doesn't taste like a beer. Doesn't smell like a beer. It's more like a sour cider. And I really enjoyed it. So I've topped and turned on this one a number of times, I know. But it's really good. If you're in the mood for it, I think. Because it is really refreshing. If you're really adamant, you don't want cider, you want a beer, but you are in a beer garden and it's quite warm and you want something refreshing and something to wake your taste buds up and make your mouth feel alive, this is the one for you. I liked it. I did like it. I'm surprised. It grew on me. It really, really grew on me. And I'm glad I drank it. I had a score in my head at the start, when I started drinking it, forever to drink. And I've got a different score now. Because as it went on, it just got better. It got better and better. And it became something special. Something really unique. That, as I say, is very specific. This is not a session drink. This is not one you're on all night. This is a time when you want something a bit different from an IPA, or from a beer, or from a stout, or anything like that. When you want your taste buds to feel truly alive, this is what you go for. So, let's break it down. Again, because it's such a new thing to me. It's so weird, it's so strange, but it's a good strange. I'm glad I've had it. At the start, third, fourth sip, I was on a 7. Now, my taste buds still feel great. The sour taste with the fruit punchiness, there's nothing bad about this drink at all, as long as you like sour things. That's the only thing. If you don't like sour, or the taste of sour, this is not for you. It's not for you. It'll really, really upset you. But, if like me, you don't really mind, and you're willing to give it a go, it's something special. So, I'm going to go for effort a drink. It was lovely. Really nice, really refreshing, lovely taste. Didn't taste like a beer, didn't feel like drinking a beer. Obviously got the sourness, but it is a sour. It is a sour, that's its job. But it's not overly sour. It's not making your mouth shrivel into that. It's got a lovely balance of fruit punch and sourness. And makes it so interesting. Effort a drink, I'm going to give it a 9. It got better as it went along. Really did. And I definitely have another. Gassiness, not non-existent really. I say it's not, doesn't taste like a beer. Doesn't taste like a beer, doesn't act like a beer, doesn't smell like a beer. So also doesn't have that beer heaviness to it or beer gassiness to it. At 5%, it's middle of the road on strength, but doesn't feel like it. You could easily drink these over and over again. In that way, it could be a little bit of a sneaky one, but I'm not gassy, so it's going to get a massive 9 out of 10. Really good effort. It's like a fruit cider. Really nice. It's been 10 minutes. How do I feel? I feel like I've been through a proper journey. I really have. I don't think I've had one of these where it's been such a roller coaster of emotion. So it started off, the bottle, I loved. In glass, it was so colourful, it looked amazing. Got a 10 out of 10, I loved. The smell, that's when we started getting a bit weird. From far away, the smell is incredible. Close up, there's just too much going on. The smell of maybe the sharper, the more sour fruits, so the blueberries, the elderberries, the blackberries, that kind of thing, they kind of took over the smell close up. So it smelt sour. It smelt not great when it got up here, but sat back, it smelt incredible. Really, really good. Then the first sip, as I say, I had nothing to compare it to before. I was surprised by it. It wasn't awful, wasn't great. I didn't know how to take it. I have no basis to back it up on a first taste basis, because I have nothing to compare it to at all. But it was okay. It was all right. Then effort a drink. Second sip was terrible. I thought I wasn't going to get through it. As it went on, better and better and better. It got a massive 9 out of 10. Gassiness, non-existent. what this is, what you're drinking here, is a beer-like cider. So, it's a beer, technically, but it's got all the qualities of a cider, which I'm all for. That's wonderful. What great idea. Really, really good. I feel good. I'd have more of this. As I say, you wouldn't have it all night because it's dry. After 2 or 3, you'd want something that wouldn't be so sour and kind of dry your mouth out, but happily have 2 or 3 in a beer garden when it's warm, having a chat. And then people be interested in it as well. They'd be like, what's that? That's weird. What's going on there? And I'll make it cool. So, after drink feeling, I feel good. I'm glad I had it. It's amazing. I'd love to have more sours. I'm going to go 8.5 out of 10. The scores are in. So, Doug's with their 15 sour to celebrate their 15th birthday. Happy birthday again to Doug's. Congratulations on their 15th birthday there. Absolutely amazing. I can say that they have got a huge 84.6%. Well done. Very much deserved. Unique in many ways. A unique taste, a unique flavour. That's all good. There's nothing especially you can say that's bad about it. The only bad thing or semi-bad thing was when you move the glass close to your face. The smell was a bit weird. It smelled a bit odd. Didn't smell great. Far away, it smelled terrific. Otherwise, across the board, lovely. As I say, this is a one-time brew. If you can get a hold of this, then do. Look it up, see if you can get some, give it a go. It's definitely worth it. It's a lovely, tasty, different beer. And this is what the future should be. Really, really innovative, really, really good, high standard, perfect. Let's have a look at where that sits on our leaderboard. Our trip to Sweden is over. Thank you very much, Swedes, with your Doug's 15. It's absolutely beautiful. It's my first sour beer and my eyes are open to it. Absolutely lovely. Well done. Beautiful. Can't wait to try more. Can't wait to try more of your beers either, Doug's. Very, very nice. So, our passport is stamped with Sweden. Where to next? Who knows? But for now, one thing we do know is that you can like us, share, subscribe on our social media. And I know that my name is Joe Diaper, and I will see you next time in the next episode of A Quart of Ale. See you later.